needs seasoning. And look at this, defensively reading it and wanting it back. He's built like a real good footballer as well. A lovely muscularity about him and still developing at his young age of 20. So it just looks like one of those players who's got plenty of scope in all of the right ways. His technical ability is there, his work rate is great, his focus. It looks like a really, really good footballer.
And again, he came up as a left back, but for Eibar, a much more conservative style under Mendilibar. They pushed him into the attack. You can see why Barcelona thinks he might be the good foil for Alba, though. Ball across, just past the boot of Malcolm, kept alive by Sergio Roberto, but Dimitrovic was there.
Tries to screw it back to Lionel, but it's well covered.
Again, they've been looking for a backup to Jordi Alba. They've had their issues with even the likes of Coutinho and Dembele out on this left flank on the offensive side. Semedo offside. As you said, they need to get Cucurella games, but they might be able to do that in a Sergio Roberto style in a variety of positions. Escalante and Vidal exchanging a few sharp words. Vidal, never one to take names. He just takes care of business. Ball blasted long. Back into the middle for Escalante. Trickles to the near side, Semedo. Only 71 yards. Ray, doesn't sound like much. 2 yards less on each side of the field, but it does compact things.
A wonderful pickpocket by the Brazilian Chalice. And it was because Piqué was being put under constant pressure by Cucurella. These players really back up each other. They have to. And there's another look at the ball. It gets well won in the end by Cote, and just not able to screw that ball back for Lionel.
Messi. Ramis. His contract up, the big 34-year-old center back, and it looks like he will be moving on if he doesn't hang up the cleats entirely.
Oh, I hope he doesn't. Enjoyed watching Big Ramis over all the years, and is a tremendous Mallorca player in his own right. Not like against the artisan of Messi, but he's a good battle-hardened, rock-solid defender and a good leader of his men.
Closing in on 100 games with Eibar. Messi from about 30, but to Messi 30 is just a number. He likes 35 even better. Messi. But he sends the free kick wide. "34 goals, Mbappe 32, third on the list, and though he won't catch up with him, what a season for Fabio Quagliarella. 26 goals for the 36-year-old forward. Big reason Sampdoria had such a stellar season. Always a touch of melancholy, things to celebrate, but the end of the season and you realize it'll be a while before they step on the field to do this again.
Yeah, it'll be a new set of faces all across La Liga's creme de la creme clubs. New arrivals for these men playing in the pink, and certainly at both clubs in Madrid, especially Real Madrid. Atletico in that rebuilding phase as well.
Endrich, far side, walking the chalk. continuing to fight and win it back. It's a strange life. Most people don't think about it. A strange life being a footballer, because you never know what's going to happen at the end of the campaign. You might not even be back the next year. And when you say farewell, it might be a long one. A little nip at the heels from Charles, getting a talking to.
Brilliant skill by Busquets. Dyson with death. Goes for the... Well, he got through the nutmegs earlier, and Charles doesn't like that, being a Brazilian.
You see, will not change the position, although Eibar would draw within a point of 9th place when you think about it. Just a point back of that 3-way tie at 50. Not that far off, 4 points out of